What's going on, everybody? We are back once again. We're going to be talking about Obi Wan Kenobi episode 4. Now, this episode was not just only as intense, but also very dramatic in this episode because we start off in the episode where Tala is bringing Kenobi into a back to tank, and he's remembering the fight with Vader, and we see where even Vader's in the back to tank remembering his fight with Obi-Wan. So we're getting two different sides. And then once Obi-Wan finally wakes up and comes out of it, he's asking where Leia is, and someone apparently that is the leader of where Talia took him. And we see where he informs him that I guess he had a wife that was a Jedi or Force sensitive, and the Inquisitors found her and killed her. And so he knows what the Empire is capable of, and he does help Obi-Wan after showing him where more than likely they took Leia, and Vader's not that far behind since it is in the Mustafar system of where the Inquisitor base is. So it doesn't take long for Vader to get over there if needed. So they come up with an idea of where to go to, and Talia comes in where she will go undercover once more and help Obi-Wan get in there. Now they did take, again, in this scene, in this episode, they took a lot of, I would assume, inspiration not only from Jedi Fallen Order, but also into Force Unleashed. And what I say about that is there's 2-3 scenes in Jedi Fallen Order where Obi-Wan had to swim underneath the base to get into the base and has to sink through while Talia is going through the computer to show him where to go. And even where there's a scene where he does get caught, he's having to use his lightsaber against the stormtroopers and it hits glass. And obviously there's a lot more of stormtroopers coming. He has to deflect all their blaster fire. But then what we do see is he has no choice but to hold on to the glass before it breaks, which again we did see in Jedi Fallen Order. So that was pretty cool, and I will say they got a lot of inspiration from that. And obviously Reva is trying to put Leia through whatever kind of torture to try to get whatever kind of information out of her. Even though Leia doesn't really know anything, she still thinks that Leia knows something, even though she doesn't. So Leia does not really know anything about what this particular group is doing to hide and filter Jedi out in the universe to protect them. So the only thing that we are seeing is apparently where Reva thinks that she knows something, and when she keeps saying that she doesn't know anything, Reva goes into more boundaries to try to stop her, and she even tries to do very extreme means of torture, and Obi-Wan is able to save her just in time after Talia does a distraction where she starts telling Reva that she was on the planet that Obi-Wan was on, and she knows where he is and all this other kind of stuff. So it's really kind of crazy because as soon as Obi-Wan gets there, he realizes that it's not just a base, it's a tomb. So what was really interesting was this was a tomb for Jedi that they have already killed, and they put their bodies, I would say, in almost like a status, almost like how they would for bounty hunters in a way. And I found that to be really interesting because we haven't seen anything like that for Jedi. And I will say that Obi-Wan did do another kind of inspiration from Force Unleashed too, where we saw Starkiller going up against the Stormtroopers, where he was escaping from Vader on Camino, and we even saw that in episode 4, which was what Kenobi was doing. There was a lot of inspiration there, which was absolutely amazing. And I'm very happy that they're taking inspiration from the games. And we got to see where when they were trying to leave, Reva found out, and they had to use a lot of different means to get out of there, especially speeders were able to come help them, which the ones that they met on that planet. And right when they left, we see Big Man show up, we see Vader show up, and he has enough. He's had enough of the third sister's crap. And I thought he was going to kill her. He chokes her, puts her up in the air. We're just seeing how ruthless Vader is during this time period, and it shows that he's not taking no crap, and he's not taking no failure. He does not want no failure. He wants Kenobi, and he gives her another chance. And he even told the fifth brother, even told him, he says, "My lord, the base was almost destroyed, and it's like, oh, well, only Kenobi matters. And she says that she got a tracker on them, don't know exactly how, but then it realizes it was Lola. She somehow put a bug or a device in Lola so she could track them, because obviously of how much Leia loves Lola and how much she cares. And we are seeing more of a bonding between Leia and Obi-Wan in this episode, because right when the episode does end, she holds hands with him, because she knows that he's there to protect her. He's protected her several times now. He's saved her several times, and there's nothing I don't think Obi-Wan would not do to protect her, because if you really think about it, he is the uncle or godfather to Leia and Luke. I mean, if you really want to get technical, he is. He's not going to let something happen to her when he gave Padme his word, and he gave Bail his word, and he's given, Anakin his word in a way, if you really want to think about it, due to protecting them from, their own father and from the Empire. And that's necessarily what he's going to do. And the way that they're writing this is really good. But at the same time, I really wish they would go into more about the Inquisitors, and also focus a little bit more on Vader, since it is about Vader. So again, I don't know, man. It's just, there's some things I like, but there's also some things I really wish that they would put into the episode that would be a little bit more, I would say, extravagant, as well as also a little bit better. Because I felt like that this episode was more for Reva in a way, and then also about putting Obi-Wan kind of in the sidelines, and I don't like what they're doing with that. But again, that is my own opinion. But guys, overall, what you think about this? Let me know down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, still subscribing. With a big fat like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Also, what you guys think about episode 4 of Obi Wan Kenobi. Do you think it's getting better? Do you think it's getting more silly? Do you think it's getting more crazy? What are your thoughts? Please let me know down in the comments. And I hope you guys are enjoying your day. And I'll see you on the next one.